Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. How do we start it? We start it that way. For the people that weren't here in the morning, people that aren't here in the afternoon, maybe you see it on the evening one. Anyways, this is the Nasdaq comp. StockMarketFunding.com is proud to pronounce to you that this year's move right here is where we had that long tooth up. And when we were telling people on the Nasdaq comp, we have shorting this up here, and we were shorting the Nasdaq 100, and we told people back on 418 that on this particular index, which was the best index at the time and had ran and was acting better than the rest of them when we had this little beginning of the year correction, and it fared better because of technology and lots of things that went in here. However, what we have now is I will show you some of the things that are important. Same things that I've showed you before. We pleaded with people to go to cash here. And we got more overbought right here. 94.29%. And that was the week, April 20th. We were telling people right in here to go to cash before this event happened. This was a capitulation week, but more importantly is StockMarketFunding.com has a mathematical system that works with 100% accuracy. One of them is the blue line, which is a weekly moving average, and the green line is a 200 week. This is the capitulation bottom right here. Let's take a look at that. That's this bottom. The problem is that stop market orders were coming down to this one here. This line is the pink line. It's called the 50-week moving average. Right about there. Right here. And I just want you to know that the market could go a lot lower. But let's talk about bear and bull trends. When the 10-week moving average was rising, that's called a bull trend. When we were back here in the bear market, we closed 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks above that blue line, stopped going down, it started going up. The red one is a 20-week moving average. It tells you right there. 20-week is the red. The blue one is the 10-week. That's this one. And that was a bull trend. And we traveled and we stayed above it. And we closed above it 4 weeks in a row. And it stopped going down. Well, now you can see up here that the bear qualifier on the Nasdaq comp would be as follows. Just as it was in the bull trend, is if I close, and here it is. Here it is. It's closing below 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Again, that blue line is no longer going up in value. I'm sorry. It's rolling over. That means that this 10-week moving average is losing value. That's where the trend weakens up. If that blue line crosses over the red, which is a 20-week moving average, and they're very significant, you can see the clean sell through this red line. That's your 20-week moving average up there. And basically, more panic selling and more stop market orders will get triggered if we break below this 200-week. 2155 or so is going to be where we're going to find support at this purple line, pink line. That's called the 50-week moving averages. And look, we use mathematical calculations to establish where the market strength, weaknesses are. Is it a medium trend? Is it a weak trend? Is it a strong trend? And you might not believe or understand what I'm saying on the tape, but don't forget, we're the one that called the bottom here. We're also the same ones. If you go back on our website, look at our Nasdaq comp charts, we called the reversal up, telling people to go to cash and that you were going to come down and get stuck. As soon as everybody got crowded in this last 3 weeks, we started the selling. There's the capitulation. There's the pop of volatility of a capitulation. This was a huge capitulation week, but you're right back down where the capitulation started. And we have major crossovers here. We're working the overbought. The good thing about it is in the short term is that you've gone from 94.29% being overbought down here now to 46.21. Stay tuned. We will let you know when the bottom comes. Not only that, we'll let you know what A, B, and C is when bottoms will be put in, when they get there at that time. Just do me a favor. Stay tuned. We're here to help you. We're not here to sell you nothing. We're not here trying to gain any value from you watching this video. The only value in it for us is just like when we were telling people to go to cash up here. And please, if it's the first time you've ever seen a tape, then just simply go to stockmarketpundit.com. There you can find all of our index tapes under trading videos. Some of them are on the home site. Go back to April 20th, April 15th, where we were talking about where this move was going to happen. What I would like you to know, if you didn't go to cash, any up move into resistance, you should think about it selling into the move. A lot of people got caught in this reversal. I'm not saying that things are doom and gloom. What I am saying to you is, obviously, the distribution high, which is right here on the S&P on the Nasdaq comp, that high print was 25.35. If you take a look at today's print, 22.03, that is a huge drop from the swing high to this current environment. And we're testing that weekly breakout that everyone enjoyed, but now most have given it back and a whole lot more. So, the thing about markets is, off of that selling we called the bottom, and all of our investors and traders and everyone alike, we have a professional trading school that teaches you all this. You ought to sign up for our free 5-day trial. The market's in trouble. If I close one more week below the blue line, it will be the S&P bear market trend, and any trend up until we ever close back above here, just like I told people over here when we were putting a low in. We were 1, 2, 3 weeks below it, but on the 4th week we regained that. Here, let's use this as an example. When we were below the 10-week, we only went 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But guess what? It never reached the 4th week below it. It gapped up above it, stayed above it ever since. But now we're right back here with much more the selling here with the capitulation week. The selling here in this 1 week, 2 weeks, it's still red, 3, 4 week reversal is much greater than the January selling. Something for you to be concerned about. And once again, come and join our Pro Trading School for a week, 5 days free. We have all kinds of programs. We'll teach you all of it. You could make lots of money on these down moves. When they fall, you make money. When they go up, you make money. But technically, that 10-week is rolling over. The 20-week is starting to roll over. The 200-week right there is going to get breached. And a close below the 200-week, if this is the case next week, you will sell through it. Just like you sold through the 10-week, you sold through the 20-week. Here's the red line, that's the 20-week, and you've sold straight down through it. So, what I can tell you is, if you are invested, you might want to call stockmarketpundit.com or join us for a week free and find out more.